Hey everybody on YouTube, good morning. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Today I'm going to do another vintage video response to many emails people have been asking me. And since I already got one of my units up on the table, this is a good time to actually do this. A lot of people have been asking me, oh, I see a lot of reel-to-reel video machines. You keep talking about there's different formats. What do you mean by that? Well, there is different video formats for half-inch EIAJ and skip field and other non-EIAJ formats. Today I'm going to do a demonstration between Sony AV EIAJ series compared to the Sony CV skip field series. They are not compatible, and I'm about to show you the reason why. Okay, so basically if you're getting videotapes such as this on reel to reel, and they all look the same. The reels all look exactly the same, but does not mean the machine is going to play these. It could be a skip field recording, it could be an EIAJ recording, and it could be a non-EIAJ recording. You need to be able to identify the signals, and you need to have a lot of equipment on hand if you're in this business doing these type of tapes. Such as me, since I have a lot of these reel-to-reel machines, I have to jump from one machine to another to find out and decipher what video format it was recorded on. But they are basically on reels like this, but you don't know what machine they were recorded on. Now here's a perfect example. I have a Sony Eiaj black and white tape on this deck right now. This is a Sony skip field deck. The differences between them is an EIAJ reel-to-reel is a two-field video scan, where the CV 2100, 2200, and 2600s was only a one-field video scan. That means the scanning of the system is different. You're skipping frames on the skip field where you're actually playing full frame on the EIAJ series. Now, a lot of people don't understand what that means. That means is they're not compatible. They play back video and record in a different way. So today I'm going to show you guys something. It's kind of neat. While I got the deck out, this is a skip field unit. The tape on this deck is an EIAJ black and white machine type of unit. That's a two-field scan, where this deck is a one-field scan. Okay, so let's take a look and see what comes out when we try to play this tape. Okay, here we go. We're playing the EIAJ tape on a skip field, and if you take a look at the monitor, you'll see the video is scrambled and it doesn't have any readable image on the screen. Okay, now that's the big problem with skip field machines. They don't play EIAJ reel-to-reel machine two-field tapes. You can't. They're totally not compatible in any way. So when people send me a tape, I decipher what machine it is. Since I have one of almost every EIAJ or reel-to-reel machine there is, I can find the exact format that your tape was recorded on. And that's a big issue with these tapes, because these machines are big, they're bulky, and you have to have every one of them just to get into doing this type of work. But as you can see, it's all scrambled. I'm trying to play an EIAJ tape, and it just doesn't want to play. Now, you'll have a reel-to-reel machine like this, like a skip field, and all of a sudden you got some home recordings done on these EIAJ tapes, and you're like, oh, I could transfer them off. And then you find out after spending all this money on a machine, and even if it works, your tapes will not play on this machine. This is why you need to send it to a professional, such as myself, because I have a lot of these machines, I work on these machines, and this is what I do. I know these videotapes very, very well, so I can decipher what you have and get the recording done properly. You don't want to be spending a ton of money on machines like this, because you have a bunch of tapes and you end up getting stuff like this, and you're like, oh God, now what do I do? They are not compatible. EIAJ and CV skip field are two different type of formats. Even though the videotapes look exactly the same that are used on these, they're not the same formats. It's sort of like Betamax and VHS. You know, they're just not compatible. Or VHS and SVHS, totally not compatible. Okay, they're totally different recordings. So you got to understand, when you have an EIAJ and a skip field unit such as this, you're going to end up with stuff like that, which is complete scrambled video if you're playing the wrong tape. So basically, when you guys send me these tapes and they look like the Sony ones or even the Scotch ones, I already know what format it is once I test the tape, and I know what machine to pull to capture your video files. This is what Obsolete Video is all about. restoration, video history, and professional work. Not this places like you see on TV, Legacy Box for $10 and all these other places. They don't know anything about broadcast and vintage videos such as this. You got to come to the professionals, and that's what Obsolete Video Services is all about. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.